first of all. I've noticed a lot more people have watched the Foxy video than the original videos on the AU I'm creating. So for those of you who watched that video and are missing some context, yeah, I've created a playlist of all the videos that contain any information about this AU outside of the Foxy stuff. For your convenience, it should be labeled as FNAF AU Repeating Melody. Repeating Melody is, in fact, the name of the AU. Anyways, let's continue where we left off in the previous video. As stated before, Foxy loves musicals, but I never really got into the part where I explained what I meant by learn to sing. So as mentioned in the previous lore videos, just a quick reminder, Melody was super advanced while the others weren't, and she basically extended her advanced AI into them by basically updating their software and basically downloading hers into them, but altered and simplified because their systems are simply not complicated enough to run those programs, because again, she has a much better endoskeleton than the rest. Before all that, the animatronics did have personalities and stuff still. It's just they were way more simple, and they did not have the ability to have such complexities to them as most of these animatronics do. Due to their much more advanced AI system, they can learn skills that they weren't originally programmed with. Of course, unlike the rest of their stuff that's programmed onto their personality chip and their memory card, these can be destroyed if the animatronics are ever rebooted. So the animatronics try their best to not be rebooted. Foxy's special ability is... Okay, so special ability is kind of a joke term, but that's what the animatronics like to call it. It's basically what's wrong with them that the company is refusing to fix that they can do to break the rules. So there are some rules that the animatronics are programmed to follow, but some of them can be broken. One of which is that they're programmed with an automatic filter so that they cannot learn or say curse words and inappropriate words from a banned list that Freddy's has created and adds to. Foxy's special ability is that he can swear. His filter doesn't work. Even Melody, who's a much more advanced robot, cannot break the filter. Her AI has learned to connect to the system and has more systematic control than any of the other animatronics. But because she's tapped into the security system, and the security system includes the stopping the swearing as part of its system, because I really do think it's funny that they included that in the security area, the animatronics can't leave the building, the animatronics cannot curse, and they put that in the security files. And because she's tapped into it so that she can, connect to the cameras and stuff. Yes, that's not much of a spoiler. It's revealed very early in the series that Melody has connections to the speakers and the cameras. Because she's connected to the system, she, cannot curse until she, disconnects to it, which she's the only animatronic that can do that. But also, she isn't aware that she can do that because... she doesn't know that she's, super advanced in every capacity. She just knows that she's a little bit smarter than the other robots, and she doesn't know why in the beginning of the story. Back to Foxy. That's why he has an out-of-order sign often on his stage in Pirate's Cove. What ends up happening is he'll say something inappropriate when he's frustrated. Like if someone's in the audience who's mocking him, or some kid is out of control, or some parent is being rude on their phone, he'll, call them a really nasty name, and they'll have to shut the show down and try to fix the problem, and then Foxy just pretends it's fixed so he can just go back to working again. But in reality, it's not because his jaw isn't working, it's because he's talking too much, and I think that's a really funny joke, and it's you talk like a sailor. I thought it was really clever, and I think it's really funny to have just one animatronic who's able to say all the curse words the other animatronics can't. Because they'll be saying oh, sweet fudge, or Freddy Fazbear, or in saying Freddy Fazbear instead of God, and he'll just be yeah, fucking pussy, bitch ass motherfucker, but he'll say it in a stupid pirate accent, so you can't even take it seriously. There's going to be a part of the story where he is currently out of commission, and when they find out the reason, I don't want to spoil the current reason why he's out of commission. But yeah, Foxy has a tendency to have some anger issues, and these anger issues do not really help him in these situations because he tries his best not to say anything bad, but it doesn't take much to make him like absolutely frustrated. And as you've probably seen in the art here, I decided to draw traditional Foxy next to him to show that no, this is not a stylistic choice. They really do look like this, and that in my own personal style, the animatronics, like Freddy Fazbear animatronics, really do look like the same as they do in the games. And that the reason why they look like this is it's not a stylistic choice. They genuinely look like this. If you put traditional Foxy and him next to each other, that's how jarring the difference is. You know, it's like those Disney animatronics where they look like the 3D animation characters. Like, he's genuinely styled like that. Like, although I can't draw realistic humans, so you'll see what the human design looks like, you know. Anyways, well, not a Foxy. Foxy doesn't have a human design, but you mean like when he interacts with human characters. Again, he's like 5 foot tall. All the animatronics are. He's a cute little guy. And it's even funnier that he's short and he does this because you don't expect something that small to have such a potty mouth, you know? I think it's just an added bit of flavor. Like, oh, my one thing that I can do the animatronics can't do, I can say cuss words. Like, it sounds like such a silly kid thing, but keep in mind, these animatronics don't talk like kids. They have, like, mature adult voices. And here's another interesting fact about Foxy. The pirate accent can be turned on and off. Like, it can be toggled. Like, when Foxy wants to be taken seriously, he will straight up cut his accent out to, like, emphasize things. And this is I mean, that's technically a spoiler, but, like, not a really heavy one, so I'm comfortable enough telling you. The really heavy stuff I will let you know is super important to the plot. For example, I think within the first few episodes, Foxy's going to drop his accent just to, like, make a point of, like, yeah, like, listen here, buddy, you're fucking up. Don't, like, go home, dude. What the hell are you doing? And then he'll, like, it's funnier when you can tell he's being serious because he's not cursing or he's not using the accent. You can tell that he's really trying to emphasize something important. This is still a part of the non-spoiler part, so let me remember what else is non-spoiler related that I can say about Foxy, or I should say, friendly Foxy. Foxy is canonically the fastest animatronic in the group. Yeah, he has a lot more lighter feet, and as you can tell when the other videos come out, he has a much more slimmer build than the other animatronics, and he's definitely a lot more lean, and he's a lot more light in weight. You can also see that I still haven't fixed the arm thing yet, but I promise that will be fixed in a future video off screen. Oh shit, yeah, I don't think I can think of anything else that isn't non-spoiler related, so I guess we are officially at the part where I get into spoilers of the main story. Okay, so what makes Foxy the most character that's gonna get the most character development? Well, not character, animatronic is, well, he saw the murders. He saw them happen.